Now we'll be focusing on three core typographic principles in web design: readability, contrast, and hierarchy. These are not decorative choices. They directly determine whether users can successfully use your website. These three principles work together to determine whether users understand content quickly, feel comfortable reading, stay on the page, and complete tasks. If even one of these fails, usability suffers. You can have great content, but if users struggle to read it, the design fails. So, what exactly is readability? Readability refers to how easy text can be read and understood on a screen. It is influenced by font size, line height, line length, typeface choice, paragraph structure, spacing, and language simplicity. Readability reduces cognitive load, the mental effort required to process information. The easier something is to read, the less energy the user spends. One of the biggest factors affecting readability is font size. Body text should generally be 16 pixels or larger. Small text increases strain, especially on mobile devices. 12-pixel body text feels cramped and outdated. 16 to 18 pixels feels readable and modern. If users have to zoom in, you've already lost them. Line length, also called measure, is how wide your text block is. The ideal line length is 50 to 75 characters per line. If lines are too long, it's hard for the eye to track back to the next line. This causes fatigue. If lines are too short, reading rhythm breaks and it feels choppy. Good line length creates flow. Line height, or leading, is the vertical spacing between lines of text. On the web, we recommend a range of 1.4 to 1.6 for body text. If the line height is 1, it feels cramped. At 1.5, it feels breathable. Line spacing directly impacts comfort. Users should never feel like lines are colliding or smashing together. Large paragraphs create intimidation. Online, best practice is 2 to 4 sentences per paragraph, one idea per paragraph. Long blocks of text increase cognitive load. Short paragraphs create visual relief. Typeface choices is another important factor. For body text, use clean serif or sans serif fonts. Avoid decorative fonts and avoid ultra-thin weights. Why? Because complex letter forms reduce legibility at small sizes. Typography should support reading, not compete for attention. Here's a poor readability example. In this example, we're using a thin decorative font. The font size is 13 pixels. The line height is 1.1, and there are over 10 lines of text in the paragraph. It also is a very wide text block. The result is visually dense, hard to track, and intimidating. Users won't read it, they'll just leave. Here's the same content, but we've improved it. We're using a clean sans serif font. The font size is 16 pixels. The line height is 1.5. There's 3 to 4 lines per paragraph, and there's a max width applied. The content is also chunked into sections. The result is comfortable, scannable, and lower cognitive effort. Same content, different experience. Now let's talk about contrast. Contrast refers to the difference between text and its background. It ensures visibility and accessibility. Contrast impacts legibility, accessibility, visual clarity, and eye strain. Poor contrast makes content unreadable, even if the typography is perfect. We also have color contrast standards. The accessibility guidelines recommend a minimum of a 4.5 by 1 contrast ratio for normal body text, a minimum of 3 to 1 for large text. Low contrast excludes users with low vision, older users, or users in bright lighting environments. Contrast isn't just aesthetics, it's inclusive design. Here's an example of poor contrast. The first block of text is light gray text on a white background. It makes it difficult to read, as does the neon green on a yellow background, or the pastel blue on a pastel purple background. Problems include the text being hard to read, it causes squinting, and it fails accessibility standards. If users have to strain, they won't stay. Here's the same content, but we've applied strong contrast. Strong contrast looks like dark gray or black text on white, white text on a dark background like a dark navy, or a dark teal on a very light yellow background. In each of these examples, there's a clear separation between content and background. The result is comfortable, professional, and accessible. High contrast builds trust. Let me show you a contrast checking tool. When designing, you should test your color combinations. A great free tool is the contrast checker from WebAIM. Professional designers test, they don't guess. In order to use the contrast checker, all you have to do is plug in the hex value for your foreground and your background, and this application will give you a contrast ratio rating. It'll also give you a preview of what the text looks like on top of that background, and also let you know if it passes usability and accessibility contrast benchmarks. So let's go ahead and plug in some different values. If we had used a light gray, you can see that it gives me a preview of the light gray on the white background, and this obviously fails for normal text, large text, and graphical objects. We can go ahead and we can change these values to find something that will pass. So for normal text at a normal size, it will pass. But if the text is very small with this color combination, we still get a failing grade. Everything else is going to pass, but if we make this just a little bit darker, then it will pass at the very small text size as well. This is a great tool. It allows you to easily check color combinations and make sure that your contrast ratio is going to work for all users. Professional designers test, they don't guess. Contrast isn't just about color. It also includes font size differences, weight differences, spacing, and visual separation. If everything looks the same, then nothing stands out. Contrast creates emphasis. Hierarchy is the visual organization of content to signal importance. It answers 3 key questions. What should I read first? What is most important? And what belongs together? Without hierarchy, users feel lost. Hierarchy is created through size, weight or boldness, color, spacing, position, and alignment. Hierarchy guides scanning behavior. It tells the eye where to go. Here's a no hierarchy example. Everything on the page is the same size. There are no headings, there's no spacing, and there's no visual separation. The result looks overwhelming. It's hard to navigate, and users will typically leave. Even good content fails without structure. Here's the same content, but we've added hierarchy. Now we have a main top-level heading. We have subheadings for section titles. The body text is a little bit larger and it has more spacing. We're using lists, which makes the content easier to scan. and there's plenty of white space that separates the sections. The result is easy to scan, structured, and professional. Hierarchy reduces confusion instantly. Readability, contrast, and hierarchy are interconnected. If hierarchy exists but contrast is poor, it's still unreadable. If contrast is strong but paragraphs are long, it's still overwhelming. If readability is good but hierarchy is missing, users can't scan. Good web typography integrates all three aspects. These are not optional. Common typography mistakes include using thin fonts for body text, overusing light gray text, center aligning long paragraphs, ignoring spacing, using too many font styles, and making headings too similar to body text. These mistakes reduce usability even if the layout looks modern. Remember this: readability equals comfort, contrast equals visibility, and hierarchy equals structure. Together, they create clarity, trust, usability, and professionalism. Typography is not decoration. It is a functional design that determines whether content succeeds or fails. If users can't read it easily, nothing else matters.